Welcome to the Daily Jerry Anderson podcast.
Listen,
No.
are you stealing the story by any chance, an Elvis story?
I'm not stealing an Elvis story.
Would you by any chance know a man by the name of Arthur Armstrong?
No, I don't think so. The name doesn't seem to ring a bell with me at the moment.
Arthur Armstrong is a man from, I don't know what part of Northern Ireland he's from, but there's a photograph of him here with Elvis. And he met Elvis, and there the two of them sitting chatting, and he was in the army with Elvis. Would you mind if I sent it to you? This man met Elvis Presley.
Do you think I'm saying that I'm the only person in the world who ever met Elvis Presley? Of course other people met Elvis Presley. Of course, I've got photographs of people from Derry, Stoke, Londonderry, and many men standing around Elvis getting their photographs taken.
This is different. This is completely different. This is a completely different story. I've never heard of this before. There's so much of it here I don't have time to read it. But will I send it in to you? Will I forward it to you?
Why would it be of any interest to me?
Because this
Has
man
this man sent it to you? Has he sent it to you?
No, a friend of Arthur's sent it to us.
But he may not want this information divulged. He may
It
not
was
want
in the
me to
paper.
discuss.
It was in the papers.
So it's common.
It's in the papers. I wouldn't do that to him.
Okay.
No.
Then. So what is the general gist of it, as far as you can see?
He was in the army with Elvis, basically. And I'm going to forward it to you. And then
Why did you just tell me the bones of it?
I can't, because there's 3 pages of it.
He was in the army with Elvis.
Aye, and there's a whole story.
Was he in Germany, was he? Does it say there?
I never scrolled down that far.
Can you not read?
Because there's a big long list. And I'm not.
Do you want me to read it?
I'm not here for a big long list.
Oh, are you not? Well, what are you here for?
I just scoot at things.
All right, scoot at it and tell me what you come up with. I'm not going to read it.
Do you know what I heard? And I want to ask you this now.
Go ahead.
If you don't mind.
I don't mind.
By the way, Leo's waiting to talk to you.
Okay.
But I was listening to Radio Foyle this morning.
Right, yeah.
All right? And I heard, I think, on the news, or a traffic report, anyway. Right?
The Foyle Bridge is closed, by the way, to all
yes,
traffic.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Right. Well, the Foyle Bridge is closed in both directions. What?
Yeah.
Can you explain that to me?
That's a little
It's
clumsy.
high winds.
A little clumsy reporting.
It's closed
just,
in both directions.
I think it's possibly enough to say that it's closed.
I think so.
It's closed, but only closed in one direction.
That's right. One's only blowing one side of the bridge.
Right.
Anyway, there's a call for you.
We have great fun here, don't we? I am hoping that there's a man looking to contact James Ellis. Oh, well, I'll put you in contact with James Ellis. Certainly he's doing some work on a biography of Stephen Boyd, the man who never was. Did you see that documentary about Stephen Boyd? Remember?
Yes.
It left a lot out, I thought.
Yes, so I believe. And you tell me that you're...
You tell me that? Do you remember him? There was the programme on television one time by a man. What was his name? Eric Blair. I wonder. No, that's not Eric Blair.
No.
Eric Blair was George Orwell. Remember the great? He wrote Animal Farm in 1984. Winston Smith and Big Brother's watching ye.
You tell me that.
Alex Blair. Was it Alex Blair?
No.
The programme called You Tell Me That.
It was a great programme.
He used to go all around the country. And he'd look at unusual things happening and tell you about them. And sometimes he'd bring unusual people into the studio. Do you remember the time he brought in the Indian faker?
He was the early runner, Joe Mann, wasn't he?
Well, he was the first Joe Mann.
He was the first Joe Mann.
And he came in, he said, I have here a man from India. And here he is now. His name is Abdullah Himla. And it's very odd because I suppose none of the viewers have ever seen an Indian faker. Now, I don't mean he's going to pretend to do things he's not going to do. I mean a faker. You spell it F-A-K-I-R. I suppose you'd call it fakir. But we don't say that because you have to be careful what you say or the people listening. So what he's going to do now, there's a bed of nails here. And he's going to lie down on them. Now, I pricked one of them, and I'll tell you what, I wouldn't like to lie down on them myself. Now, here he goes now.
And the thing about Alec was that he didn't realise that once the faker lay down on the nails, they'd have to say something. You see, if a man on TV lies down on nails, he's not going. The faker's not going to say anything because he doesn't speak English.
Oh, the man who.
So Alex would have to say.
Yes.
So Alex forgot that there'd be a big long silence.
Yes.
And Alex never figured out how long he'd let the guy lie there.
So here's the faker now. He's going to lie down on the nails. There you go, faker. Aye, go there. There he is now. He's on the nails now. That must be so. Wouldn't I fancy that myself?
And this went on for ages. And then some producer said to him, stop.
Well, there you are now. Thank you, Mr. Faker. We'll move on now to the Glens of Antrim.
Why do they not have programmes like that anymore? We'd never have any fun now. It's always people posing now and going, hi there.
There's no real man on.